What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm going to talk about what to do when attempting a dry fast. So when you're dry fasting, at first it's definitely going to be exhausting. Like, you're not going to have a lot of energy, most likely. You know, if you're coming from the standard American diet or something like that. So you're probably going to have to rest if it's your first time. But if you've been doing it for a little bit, or just like intermittent fasting, then you'll have a little bit more energy than you would at first, obviously. So what I do when I dry fast is, this is what works for me. I usually exercise, and I know that sounds weird, but it usually gets my mind off food. And I find that the tiredness through fasting is kind of like working a muscle. So like, you just keep pushing through that wave of tiredness, if that makes sense. And through that, you kind of learn how to deal with it and have energy during a fast, if that makes sense. So usually I go to the gym, maybe about 40 minutes to an hour, not too much. That's what works for me, and usually I can hit arms, chest, and back, and abs without any problems. And I found hiking too to be very helpful, especially in nature. You know, the energy in nature for me kind of like feeds me, just like food and water would. So during a dry fast, I'll be hiking, going to the gym, and even skateboarding. At first, I'd go to the skate park and I would drink water, but now I've learned that, you know, I don't actually need it as much. I'm learning how to deal with the dry throat and all this and that. So the way I found to deal with the dry throat and the thirstiness is to just slow down, take a break, take some deep breaths, and it kind of just solves itself through that, especially through the deep breathing. And through that, I haven't ran into too many problems. So basically, it's just like working a muscle when it comes to fasting. Like, you just keep doing it and go a little further each time. And slowly but surely, you get better and better at it, you know. So those are my little tips for it. Fasting is definitely different for everyone. It's, you know, find what works for you when it comes to it. Water fasting works too, but I find dry fasting is a little bit better for me. I have a little bit more energy. I feel lighter. And yeah, so that's just a quick one. Leave any tips in the comments if you have any tips on fasting. I'd love to see it. So yeah, peace out.